servers. The liabilities of proxy servers are single point of failure. If the proxy server dies, no one can get to the external network, and the client's softwares must usually be designed to use a proxy. Proxies must exist for every services on the net. Does not protect the operating system because proxies run at the application levels only, and they create a service bottleneck that is solved via parallelism, that is more proxies and then load balancing. The best practices for proxy servers are using a real firewall, disable routing, secure the base operating system, and disable external accesses to the network, and disable unneeded services to the network. Different web technologies may include URL, which is a uniform resource locator, that is a standard way developed to specify the location of a resource available electronically. URLs make it possible to direct both the people and the software applications to a variety of information available from a number of different internet protocols. A URL is like your complete mailing address, which specifies all information necessary for someone to address an envelope to you. In short, a URL is a very convenient and succinct way to direct people to a file or other electronic resources. Learning how to interpret, use, and construct URL will assist you exploration of the internet. This is the journal URL syntax having scheme, name of the scheme, that is scheme example may contain HTTP, FTP, newsgroup, Joffer, etc. Scheme, another example is that scheme which tells to what type of resource we are trying to reach and what mechanism is used to obtain it. For example, we are using HTTP for hypertext transfer protocol, FTP for file transfer protocol, news for newsgroup protocols. URL example, explained example is here. This is the scheme showing type of protocol. This is the machine, that is www.7sport.net. Then path is given here as 7sport/index.htm. HTTP is a scheme, hypertext transfer protocol. It is used as a scheme. The two slashes separate the scheme from the machine name or domain name. www.7sport.net is the machine name or domain name, and single slash separates the name of the machine from the path, and finally 7sport/index.htm is the file name, that is the path. How do we use URL? You can double click on the URL link, and if your system is configured properly, the appropriate application will be launched to obtain the resource. You can also copy the URL and paste it into the application which you use to get the resource, as seen in this example. Next is hypertext transfer protocol, another part of web technologies. It is http://host, port name, path, search part. The host is internet address of www server. The port is the port number to connect to. Generally, it is omitted along with the colon, and default to standard is 80 port number. The path tells the server which file you want. If the file name is omitted, you want the home page by default, and the search part may be used to pass the information to server, often to a CGI script. Generally it is omitted along with the question mark. The two basic approaches for searching are search engines and subject directories. Search engines and subject directories, compare and contrast here is given. In directories, these are human aided and organized list. It may be general or subject specific, may be able to search directory. Google generally, user has the control of browsing, fixed vocabulary, they have links to go to website home pages only, and they are better at general searches only. As compared, they, in case of search engines, these are the computer built indexes of information on web, more inclusive, uh, used to find specific resources, searchable by keyword, excessive hits. Every page of website is indexed. It is better for general searches but can be used to find specific information also. Basically, what a search engine is, it is a website that helps you to find other websites. For example, Yahoo and Google are search engines. You enter keyword and the search engine produces a list of links to potentially useful sites. There are two types of search engines. They are keyword searches and concept based searches. These are designated to assist you in searching through the enormous amount of information on the web. There is no single search tool has everything, which has everything. Each engine is a large database which utilizes different search techniques and tools like spiders or robots to build indexes to the internet. Some also utilize submissions and administrations. It identifies the web pages that appears to match keywords entered by the user and provide the list of best matches based on one or more of the different techniques. It is no longer simply search engine but also shopping tool and advertising vehicle. The example of search engines are Yahoo, Alta Vista, Excite, Google, Northern Lights, Hotbot, Infoseek, etc. This is the top 10 search engines diagram that shows the top 10 search engines. Go to www.google.com/help.html, which searches for exact matches. Try different versions of your search term. Example, Boston Hotel versus Boston Hotels. Both are different. Rephrase the query. For example, cheap plane tickets versus cheap airplane tickets. Both are further having difference. Automatically places and between words and expands the search. Google automatically places and between different words to reduce the search. Add more terms in original search. Refine the search within the current search result. Adding terms to the first word will return a subset of the original query. Exclude a word by using underscore or hyphen sign. For example, to search bass but not speaker, this is the showing bass hyphen speaker. Does not support or operator, does not support stemming or wildcard searches. It is not case sensitive. In Google, find the street maps. Just enter a US street address including zip code or city, state into the search box. Google will recognize the query as a map request. What are the websites? These present the informations using combinations of text, graphic, sound, animation, video, and of course hyperlinks. The websites host provide a server and space for many companies' websites. Web addresses and URL are as following. Each website has a web address which is known as URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator, which is an address used to specify the exact location and name of the resource on the web. URL identifies the path to a particular file on the web, such as active server pages, that is ASP, which is a web page capable of generating customized HTML pages on the fly. This is the common example showing the URLs having format web addresses. HTTP specifies which protocol to use. www specifies that this site or file is on web, World Wide Web. Server name specifies the name of the computer or domain where the file is actually stored, and file path specifies the path and the file name of the file you want to access. Web transport services have HTMLs and HTTPs. HTML is a language which is used to display the pages and text within a browser window. HTTP is a code that appears at the beginning of every URL clicked and typed with the purpose of visiting a website. And secure HTTPs are the extension of HTTPs that add encryption and security features to HTTPs. Two of the most significant applications of web related technologies in corporate networks are intranets and extranets. Intranet is a web like network that can only be accessed by internal users such as employees of a company. Extranet is a web like network that makes it possible for the employees of a corporation and trusted outside the parties to access the network. Many businesses are extending their visibilities by entering two partnership with the owners of large and heavily used sites known as portal. Portal can provide access to the web and electronic stores or malls. A portal is a web page that acts as an entryway or a gateway to the web. Thank you.